It's Young People's Week on Card Shark. They can win a trip to Hawaii if they play their cards right. And now, the host of Card Sharks, Bob Eubanks.
Well, thank you. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Card Sharks. We're so glad you're with us today because it's Young People's Week on our show, which means we have not only a lot of money to give away, but we have some fabulous trips to Hawaii to give away. And speaking of Hawaii, wait till you see the lovely ladies, our dealers on Card Sharks, wearing their Hawaiian leis, our Lacey Pemberton and Susanna Williams. And here they are. Good morning. You look pretty.
Oh, we all match.
Ladies in pink. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, isn't that nice? Oh, okay. You know, it's Young People's Week. We have trips to Hawaii to give away. And there's a lady coming on here. Her name is Spontaneous.
Oh, no.
I know.
Name.
My name was Dull when I was little. So set up the cards, please, where we left off, and let's get them in here. Come on, kids. I'm so fascinated by your name. I just think it's so much fun to have a name like that.
Thank you.
I wish my parents had named me something like that instead of Bob. You know what I mean? Aren't you glad your name isn't Bob?
Yes, just because that's a boy's name.
Oh, yeah. Tell me, Spontaneous who?
So I'm Spontaneous McKnight. I'm 13 years old. I'm from Azusa, California. I have one older sister and two younger brothers.
What's your sisters? Do the other kids have names like yours?
Well, my little brother, I have two little brothers. The oldest of the little brothers, his name is Avant from Avant Garde.
Oh, Avant, okay.
And the younger one is Anu from A New Baby.
A New Baby, Avant Garde, and Spontaneous she is. All right. Chris, how are you?
I'm all right. How about you?
Well, I'm okay.
All right, that's good. My name is Chris Starvelakis. I'm 12 years old from Victorville, California, and I'm be in the 8th grade at Victor Valley Junior High. And I'm an
you're
only
after
child.
my job, aren't you?
Yeah, I'd like to.
See,
have
we've never talked about this, have we?
No.
I can tell you're after my job.
Yeah, I want it.
I know.
Okay?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
I'll get it. Anyway.
Maybe. Huh, what do you mean you'll get it?
I'll get it. Don't worry.
Here we go. He means it. That's what scares me. All right, when we left off last night, we were in the middle of the first game, ready to ask the second question in game number 1. You win 2 games, you're the champ going to play for the big money in the trip to Hawaii. So, Chris, here's your question.
Okay.
Surveyed 100 married women. Okay. We asked them, if your husband asked you to serve him breakfast in bed every morning, would you do it? How many married women would serve their husband breakfast in bed every morning?
I don't know. I think that's asking a little bit too much.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think the married women would want to do that. Maybe for a week or maybe even a month, but not every day. I mean, that is asking a little bit too much. And I think that's going to be a very low number, maybe about, let's say 10. 10.
10 out of 100 married women would serve their husband breakfast in bed every morning. Spontaneous, higher or lower than 10?
Well, my mother, she would not. No way. No breakfast.
She would just laugh at that sucker and say, ha, 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 right?
And so I'd say that would be lower because, I mean, who would want to get up every morning and cook, every morning give him breakfast?
Yeah.
And
that's the way it should be, though. You know that. The actual number of married women who would serve their husband breakfast in bed every morning is 26 of them. Ooh. Where are those women? Wow.
That's a lot.
That's a two.
26 too
about
many.
Once. The 9 is yours, Chris. Want to change it?
Get rid of it.
9 becomes a jack.
Lower.
Lower than the jack. No, not lower. Spontaneous, the 8 is your card. You got to play, hon. Didn't win the question.
Higher.
Higher than, did you say higher?
Higher.
Higher than the 8. It is.
Yeah, lower.
Lower than the king. Yeah.
Lower.
Lower than the queen. No.
Oh.
Back to the base cards they go. All right. Why don't we pause for these words, and we'll be right back to complete game number 1 after these words.
Yeah, definitely.
The Buzzer Academy of Hosting presents Making a Graceful Exit.
See you tomorrow. We'll see you next time.
We'll see you on Card Shark.
So long. So long, everyone.
Tally-ho.
We bond a fair to do.
Keep it right here on Buzzer.
Or trial.
Oh, we have returned. Just a quick reminder, winners of less than $2,500 will receive the cash. Winners of $2,500 or more receive certificates of deposit that will mature when winners become 18. Keeps those parents away from that money. Yeah, I told him, didn't I? Okay, you ready? Spontaneous, here we go, the next question. This question is yours. And in our studio audience all this week, we have 9 dads who have babies under the age of 7 months. And they're with us to play the game. Here they are. Ah, happy fellows. Spontaneous, before the show, we asked these 9 dads, right now, do you have a picture of your baby in your wallet? How many of these 9 dads do have a picture of their baby in their wallet?
Well, I know that a lot of, if I had a 7-month-old baby, I would have pictures all over the place. So I know that these 9 guys, yeah, definitely, especially when they brag about their kids, that they'll have to have a picture. So I'm going to say it's going to be a high number. 8.
8 of them, you say, have a picture. What do you think, Chris? Higher or lower than 8?
I'm going to say it's even higher. I mean, look at them smiling right now. They would appreciate their baby. I mean,
yeah.
shoot, they would want to have pictures everywhere.
Yeah, probably so. When they get to be 18, they want to be able to throw them away, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Been there. The actual number of these dads who have a picture of their baby in their wallet is 6 of them. Not higher. No, it was lower. Okay, fellas. Which 6 of you guys got a picture of the little one? Raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 6. Dawn, you got it with you? Let me see. You better have it with you. Oh, you got it. How many? Oh. Oh, yeah. There it is. Looks just like you, Dawn. Really does. Looks just like you. Gentlemen, thank you very much. All right. Fuzzy little thing, wasn't it? Yeah. And a little beard like Daddy. You notice that? Just a little baby beard. Okay, Spontaneous, want to get rid of that card?
Change that card.
Ugly. 8s are ugly. 8 is an ace.
Lower.
Aha, lower, yeah.
Higher.
Is it higher? Nope. Huh, I'll be darned. Chris, the jack is
Right,
yours.
lower.
Lower than the jack, it is.
Lower.
Lower than the 9, it is.
I'll go freeze.
Freeze. All right, now he'll freeze right there. He's got a slight lead. He wants to hang on to that lead. Sudden death now. This is our 4th and final question of this game, which means that someone must win the game on the next play of the cards. Control is really what you're looking for. And Christopher,
Okay.
it's yours. We surveyed 100 women over the age of 65.
Okay.
We asked them, do you think American family life would be better if we had more live-in grandparents like in the old days? How many senior citizen women do think that family life would be better if we had more live-in grandparents?
I think that would be a high number because the grandparents would be able to tell the children about the past and about how their experiences are and...
Like on Kung Fu.
Yeah, Kung Fu.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they can teach them all about that. And, you know, I'm not sure if the kids would want it, but the grandparents, I think, definitely would. So I'm going to say it's going to be a pretty high number, maybe 60.
You think 60 out of 100 senior citizen women think family life would be better if we had more live-in grandparents? Higher or lower than 60, Spontaneous?
Well, my father, he was raised by his grandmother, and he turned out pretty well. So I think a lot of women would say, yeah, it would be better if they had more live-in. So I'm going to say it's higher.
Higher than that. Your dad's down there just giggling away. All right. The actual number of senior citizen women who think family life would be better if we had more live-in grandparents is 55. Not higher, no, it was lower. Remember, this is sudden death now. These are your choices, Chris. Change the 8. Play it out. If you goof, she wins the game. Or pass it on to her, she must play off the ace.
It's all yours, Spontaneous.
Oh, okay, Spontaneous. Here we go, hon.
Lower.
Lower than the ace, it is.
Higher.
Pardon me, honey?
Higher.
Higher than the 3, yeah.
Higher.
Higher, did you say? Higher than the 4, yes.
Higher.
If it's higher, you win the game. Do you? No. Chris wins game number 1 with $100.
That was fun.
That was tough. Made you nervous, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. She's
Down
a
to
good
the
player.
last card.
She is a good player.
Okay, Chris, that means you've got game number 1 and $100. Spontaneous, you have to win this next game to stay in this match. Chris, if you win it, then you're the champ and going to play for the big money. Let's see what's going to happen. Lacey's going to deal out cards from the same deck, and we'll start game number 2 right now. I got one for you. This is an educated guess question, Spontaneous. How old was the youngest person in the United States ever to get a college degree? The youngest person in the United States ever to get a college degree. How old?
Well, I know that there are a lot of smart people like myself. But,
I like
let's
a confident girl.
to a lot of people, they go on to get their college degree when they're maybe I say about, say 25, maybe 30. So I said the youngest person to get a college degree would be 20.
20, okay. Chris, what do you think? Higher or lower than 20?
I think that's going to be maybe just a little bit higher because all that studying, and if you want to go for something really big, maybe it'll take like a couple of years, like maybe 6 years to get it, and I think it's going to be higher.
This is going to knock your socks off. The actual age of the youngest person ever to get a college degree is 12 years old.
Oh my God.
Yes. I mean, how do you live with that little monster, you know? Jay Luo graduated from Boise University, Idaho in May of 1982 with a degree in mathematics at the age of 12. I'd be asking him for permission to go out at night. Gee whiz. Okay, where are we? Spontaneous has the control. Here we go, hon. Cards and ace.
Lower.
Lower than the ace. 4.
Higher.
Is it higher? Yeah.
Higher.
Higher than the 6? No. Almost like a replay, wasn't it? Okay, Chris, get a free chance. Can't change it. Didn't win the question. 3.
Higher.
Is it higher? Yep.
Lower.
Is it lower? No. Back to their base cards, but they're good base cards. We'll pause, see if the cards change a little bit when we come back right after this.
If you
We have returned Young People's Week on our show. We always have such a good time with them. We hope you're enjoying it. They'll be with us all week long, too. And let's go on. We're in game 2, and this question is for you, Chris. This one also involves our 9 dads who have babies under the age of 7 months. You can always tell 9 happy fathers. They have smiles on their face and dry clothes. Here we go. Chris, before the show, we asked these 9 dads, have you ever gone to work in the morning smelling faintly of your baby?
Ooh.
How many of these 9 dads have gone to work smelling of their baby?
I don't know. I think that's going to be maybe a medium number because, like, if the mother's not home early in the morning or if she's still asleep and the baby's up and he's ready to go to work, and maybe she did a little present in her diaper and he's going to have to change it because he's not going to want to keep it there. So I think that's going to...
Did a little present. Why didn't I think of that?
So I think it's going to be a pretty medium number, maybe 3.
3.
3.
3 of those 9 dads have gone to work smelling of their baby. What do you think, Spontaneous?
I think that might be, I'm thinking higher because, I mean, in the morning, yeah, you look at that little face and you say, oh, what a doll, and you pick her up.
Yeah,
and,
the kid's wearing Aramis and you go home to work smelling like it, yeah.
Or smelling like baby powder. What's that cologne you're wearing?
Yes. The actual number of these dads who have gone to work smelling of their baby is 4 of them. You're right, it was higher. Which 4 of you guys, raise your hand, please. All 4 of you, raise your hand. Yeah, Ron, it's something in it.
Not that bad. More like burping him and all over the shirt a little bit.
Oh, a little present on your shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not bad, though, is it?
Not too bad. Just some of the people at work kind of. I got some cologne in the in the back.
Your baby doesn't eat Mexican food, does it?
No, not yet.
No. Just wondered. Thank you, fellas, very much. Nice to have you with us. Who is it? Spontaneous. What do you think, kid? You want to keep that ace?
Yeah, lower than the ace.
Rhetorical, wasn't it? What are you going to do with it?
Lower.
Lower than the ace. 9.
I'll freeze.
Will you really?
Yeah, I don't want him to win.
Why, thank you.
I like a girl who speaks up. You're going to freeze why?
I don't want him to win.
Oh, you don't want him to win? Well, why not? We'll pause. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Next, Card Sharks swim with the big cards for a big win. Then, on the Newlywed Game, couples flip even bigger cards for a win. With me, Bob Eubanks. Stay tuned.
They're called shyness.
And welcome back. All right, let's continue with this game now. Spontaneous, the next question is yours. And as you can see, Spontaneous has a 1-card lead, and she has to win this game. Here we go. Spontaneous, we surveyed 100 bachelors who are non-smokers. We asked them, would you date a gorgeous girl who chain-smoked cigarettes? How many bachelors said they would date a girl anyway, a gorgeous girl, even though she chain smoked cigarettes?
Well, not too many guys would think that even though she's gorgeous, if she's smoking, that doesn't make her sexy or anything. So I'd say it's going to be, out of 100, sort of a median number. I'd say 47.
47 out of 100 bachelors said they would date the girl anyway, even though she's a chain smoker. Chris, what do you think?
I think, ooh, that's a tough one. I think it might be just a little bit higher. I personally wouldn't date a girl that smoked. And my mom smokes, but she had a boyfriend, but he moved away. But so I think it's going to be a little bit higher.
Tell me, was it because of her smoking?
No.
No.
No. He smoked too, so.
He did smoke too, yeah. Your mother is in the audience shivering that I'm going to ask why the guy moved away.
I'm glad I got her on TV.
Yeah, you got her on TV, didn't you? Yeah. Mom, I'd lock this kid in the closet and leave him there. All right, you say it's higher. The actual number of bachelors who would date a gorgeous girl who chain smoked cigarettes is 22 of them. Not higher. It was lower. Oh, the sign of the times. Well, it changed the 9, I assume, huh?
Yes, change it.
Let's do it. The 9 is a 7.
It'll go higher.
Higher than the 7. Here we go. Yeah.
Lower.
Lower than the ace. No. My goodness.
Let's try.
What unlucky cards. Chris, you're playing 3.
Higher.
Higher than the 3.
Higher.
Higher than the 8. Yes.
Lower.
Lower than the 10. No. Back to the base he goes. Boy, we got to play sudden death again. Sudden death again. 4th and final question. Someone's got to win the game on the next play. If it's Chris, he wins the championship. Spontaneous. If you win, we'll play a tiebreaker game. Here we go. It's your question, Chris.
Okay.
Surveyed 100 single women. We asked them, has a man ever asked you for a lock of your hair as a keepsake? How many single women said a man has asked them for a lock of their hair as a keepsake?
Oh, I think that's going to be a pretty low number. That might have been popular in, in the 70s and 60s. But
Back in the old days, yeah.
Yeah, the old days.
Yeah.
But I don't know too many men these days that would go around asking a woman for a locket of her hair. I mean, that's just kind of weird. I mean, I wouldn't do that. I mean...
I would.
I wouldn't.
Oh.
So I think it's going to be a low number, maybe about 22.
22 out of 100 single women said a man has asked them for a lock of their hair. Let's check with the lady and see what she says. Spontaneous, higher or lower than 22, huh?
I go lower than 22 because, I mean, for a guy to ask a girl for a lock of her hair, I mean, he had to really been dating her for a long time.
Pretty weird, huh?
Yeah, pretty weird. So
actual
I'd
number
say
of single
lower.
women who said a man has asked for a lock of their hair is 7 of them. You're right, it was lower. All right, sudden death. Your options are these, hon. Change the 7 played out. If you goof, he wins the game and the championship. Or you can pass it on to him. He must play off the 3. If he goofs, you win. Pass it on. Chris, up to you. Here we go.
Go higher.
Higher than the 3 it is.
Higher.
Higher than the 7. No. Spontaneous, you win the game. All right, we tied it up. 1 game for each one of our contestants, which means that we're not going to play a tiebreaker game. Notice now that Lacey's going to deal out only 3 cards, maximum of 3 high-low questions. Whoever wins this game is the champion and goes on to play for the big money. Good luck to the 2 of you. First question is yours, Spontaneous, and here it is. We surveyed 100 4th-grade girls. We asked them, when you get married, will you keep your own last name? How many 4th-grade girls said they will? They'll keep their own last name when they get married.
Well, when I was in the 4th grade, I knew that when I get married, I'd keep my last name as a middle name, but not as a last name. And a lot of my friends thought the same way. So I think that would be a high number, but not that high, about 63.
63 out of 100 said they will keep their own last name. Chris?
Oh, no, I think that's going to be lower because, you know, not too many people want to keep their last name. They'll keep with the tradition and keep the guy's last name.
Let's find out. The actual number of 4th-grade girls who will keep their own last name is 37 of them. Yes, it was considerably lower. Chris, 3 cards away from winning the match. Will he do it? King.
Lower.
Lower than the king. No. Spontaneous playing free. Must play off this one, hon. 7.
It's higher.
Higher than the 7. It is.
Lower.
If it's lower, you are the champ. You are. There you go. Congratulations to you, sweetie. Chris, we've got $100 for you. Thank you very much. Good luck to you. You're a nice young man. We'll see you again. Spontaneous, right over here. All right, this pretty lady's our champ. That means she's going to play for the big money. We'll be right back for all that fun.
For you, sweetheart.
I've shaved every...
All the time we have for today. Gee whiz, what a heck of a way to live. Have to leave it right now. The next time we meet, this pretty lady is going to have a chance to win up to $32,000 plus a trip for 4 to Hawaii. You got 4 people in your family to take to Hawaii?
Well, I have 5.
You got 5. Well, somebody's got to stay home if you win. We'll figure that out later, won't we? But anyway, that's where we'll pick it up next time, playing for the big money and the trip to Hawaii. So for Lacey Pemberton, Susanna Williams, Gene Wood, and the whole gang, and Spontaneous, I'm Bob Eubanks saying thank you very much. It's Kids Week all week long. We hope you'll join us. See you next time on Card Sharks. Bye-bye.
Some of our young card sharks will receive Bakos. Adds that delicious bacony crunch to all your salads. Bakos. Tultex, brightly colored sweats with go-anywhere styling and the finest blend of acrylic and cotton ensures comfort and easy care for men, women, and youth from Tultex. Sylvania's soft white light bulbs, guaranteed 5% longer life. Sylvania GTE, where the best comes to light. From World Book Childcraft International Childcraft, the How and Why Library, 15 volumes filled with stories, art, music, and facts about the world we live in. Time out for Tetley Decaffeinated Tea, the only decaf with that tiny little tea leaf taste. Toblerone, the magical mix of Swiss milk chocolate, crushed almonds, and honey nougat from Chocolat Tobler. Just point and shoot with Vivitar's PS35 camera, autofocus, auto exposure, automatic film loading, beautiful 35mm photographs from Vivitar. And a member of our studio audience will receive Troy Lighting's Causing Collection. This traditional outdoor lantern of solid brass and glass blends stately elegance with classic styling from Troy Lighting. And members of this week's polling group will receive Lasonics portable AM/FM shortwave micro component system. Features unique 6-speaker system, 1-touch recording, and 5 watts per channel from Lasonic. This is Gene Wood speaking for Card Sharks, a Mark Goodson television production.